It's the final week of action and MotoGP is about to get underway. Sprinting action for 13 laps ahead of us. This is going to be a very entertaining round of the championship. And there's possible rain in the air. Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box. Josh Birch back with you, alongside me is Megan Birch, as we get ready for the sprint race action of this afternoon. And Megan, clouds in the air, rain in the air, but the final sprint, and it's Marco Bezzecchi predictably on pole position. First of all, nicely done with practice earlier. How are you doing?
Cold, and also I think rain is just the theme of the world at the moment, because literally everywhere I've seen, it's just been raining.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting one, but Pekka Bagnaia this morning having an issue, which has put him down on the grid.
How do you not put enough fuel in?
Yeah, he's down on the grid. Just trying to look where he is on the order down here. We've got Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Di Antonio, Ralph Fernandez. He's 16th on the grid there. That's not great.
Yeah, I've already heard that there's no coming back from that night in Valencia.
No, there's overtaking very, very tricky on this circuit. So
Bezzecchi's going to do well, I bet.
Is he going to be a winner? Well, Pulisic just got better and better.
He has done really well. He set a new all-time lap record as well. So I think there's going to be a lot of progress. And also, headset.
Yeah, mine's here. Yours is there.
Nina's.
No, she's not commentating.
She's going to sit here.
Yeah, she's going to sit inside of the commentary box and wonder what's happening next. Okay, so the riders are about to head out onto the circuit very shortly. This should be quite an entertaining run. There she is at the side. Are you going to say hello?
Hi.
Just watching on. But Megs, if it does rain, we've got the unpredictability of that. It's a sprint race with the fact that we might have to change bikes. That doesn't happen that much.
If it does rain, then I can't remember who it is, but someone is actually going to have to make sure their bike is changed, because who crashed out? It might be an Acosta.
Costa crashed out this morning.
Yeah, because he might have to make sure his bike is like completely repaired for this session, like the second one.
Yeah, well, this could be quite interesting, but let's head down then and join Sylvain on the grid with Susie, who's pushing out a couple of people as we're moments away. Few cloudy conditions, but let's head down.
Yeah, we've got Alex Marquez going from the second row. Obviously, Alex has the most phenomenal season, really, hasn't he? What can he do around here today?
Well, the story of Alex's season is he's always discreet. It's almost like we don't really talk about him a lot, and then he comes, when it comes to qualifying, he makes it count. He's got that race pace. He's really comfortable around here, especially in the last sector. Very, very strong, very efficient out of the last turn onto the straight. So yeah, he's got a bit of an advantage on the other guys there. I'd say the Aprilia is a little bit stronger in the first part of the track, and you got Pedro Acosta that could be a little bit wild as well, because he's so strong in the braking zones and the trial braking phase. So we've got, again, like in Portimao, different strength from different manufacturers and riders, and that could really lead to a good fight.
We've got Jack Miller going from the third row of the grid, and that's with him.
Jack, sounds like the Yamaha's been working really well for you here in Valencia this weekend. What's been the difference?
It's a pretty tight, technical little circuit, this one, but our bike's working relatively decent. We still have our weak points. Last corner, turn 6, but I feel like we're able to make it up in the twisty, tight and twisty sections. It makes for fun riding. When you're there and you can battle with these boys. So we'll see what we can do come rest time now, and hopefully get a gauge for what's coming tomorrow.
Thanks, Jack.
Cheers.
Just jumping to another Yamaha, Fabio Quartararo going from the second row. He's put in such a season campaign, really, with that bike. He's flattered it week in, week out. Can he get something out of today?
I think it's going to be tough, but Fabio's got that raw speed again. He's showing that he's got that, and on qualifying mode he can really make miracles. He's 6th on the grid, but he was actually really, really close to the pole time. So yeah, Fabio has got the speed. Kind of thinking that the story of the season for the Yamahas is that when it comes to racing, they then, when the tire, the rear grip drops, they start to struggle. Here, I think their weaknesses is going to be onto the straight. If they can't get the corner speed and corner exit out of the last turn, they're going to get overpowered because that inline 4 is a little bit down on power.
Raul Fernandez heads the second row of the grid, and we know he's already won a race. What do you think his chances are today?
He's been impressive, you know, getting through Q1 with a really fast time at 29.0, and then yeah, making it into a great position to start. So we just like with Bezzecchi, we've seen with Raul Fernandez that the efficiency of the Aprilia, the fact that the bike is super stable, it just looks like he's on rails. So yeah, he's been great, Raul Fernandez, and I got to say, the end of season for him is what we expected to see. You know, I think it's the Raul Fernandez that everybody is expecting, including his team. So he's got that first win now. He's got a bit of confidence because of that, and he's looking good this weekend.
Yeah, so those are all your stories on the sprint grid for today. Take your pick. As we said, it's very difficult to pick the favourite, but let's go with Bez because he's going from pole position. But we've all got a Pedro Acosta tingle. Have you, Gav?
Well, I don't know why Susie threw to Gavin Evitt there, because we're on to the sprint race, which we are about to have. Did you not turn this heater on, Megan?
No, I was freezing.
Sorry, say that again.
No, I was freezing.
Have you literally been sat here in the commentary box this morning just freezing for no apparent reason?
Yes. Why do you think I have my coat on constantly?
That makes a bit more sense. So, Marco Bezzecchi trying to go for it from pole position. It's going to be quite an interesting run down towards the first couple of corners.
It will be. And it's given what I saw from the sprint race earlier on, it's definitely a track where one mistake can just send you right into the gravel.
One mistake.
Especially your shoulder blade.
Ask Marc Marquez back in 2023, that exact same situation.
Oh, who was it who had that today as well?
Could you just run us through the grid?
Yes. And you just muted me instead of... Right, so on the first row of the grid, we have Bezzecchi, Marquez and Di Giannantonio. On the second row of the grid, we have Raul Fernandez, Acosta and Quartararo. On the third row of the grid, we have Morbidelli, Miller and Ayagura. No, Aldeguer. Ayagura is just below him. On the fourth row of the grid, we have Miyazako and Ayagura. On the fifth row of the grid, we have Marini, Alessio Spargaro and Brad Binder. On the sixth, we have Bagnaia, Martin Oliveira. On the seventh, we have Rins, Bastianini and Vinales. And on the final row of the grid, we have Bullaga, Augusto Fernandez and Chantra. It was Fernandez.
Here we go then. It's time for the final sprint of the year. Susie.
Final sprint of 2025 from Valencia, the last dance here in Spain, and this is the scene on track currently at the moment. It's Marco Bezzecchi in pole position, Alex Marquez alongside Fabio Di Giannantonio that makes up the front row of the grid. Who are you picking, Gav?
Yeah, it's a tough call, isn't it? We are racing again for the first time in 2 years here in Valencia after the massive flooding that stopped the show last season. The stage is set again for a sprint race. Who's going to rise up with Marco Bezzecchi leading the way from pole?
Final race of 2025, final time for the Tissot sprint. Marco Bezzecchi on pole position alongside Alex Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio. There's a chance of rain in the air as well here at Valencia. Track temperature is at 19 degrees Celsius, air temperature at 20, 57% chance of rain, the wind blowing in at 6 kilometers from the southwest. This is going to be a really tricky day of racing. Alongside me, the commentary box is Megan Birch as we look down upon the circuit as well. It's dried out from overnight rain, Megan, as well, that we had. There's more prediction coming in tomorrow, but this is going to be a feisty sprint because we haven't been in Valencia for 2 years due to the flooding last year. So now, as they pull off on the formation lap, it is nice to be back, but there is so much unknown with these bikes, these tyres, the atmosphere. This sprint race almost comes as a bit of a relief for the riders.
So far, it's been a bit of a hit or miss with these types of bikes, to be honest. Oh, a little bit too close there for Morbidelli.
Yeah, yellow flag's already out, by the way, in the last sector. It's just flashed up on our timing monitors up here in the commentary box, so that's going to be a lot of good to come through. Somcat Chantra apparently missing on the timing chart. Let's adjust that when OBS decides to actually want to load in. Megan.
Right, so let's take a guess. Will Miller actually crash this week? Because he hasn't done it in a while. Oh, by a while, I mean he didn't do it last time, so I'm a bit miffed.
Miller hasn't crashed in a little long while for MotoGP.
It's unnerving.
Yeah, but the problem with Valencia is you've got turns 1, 2, and 3. Well, actually, thinking about it, you've got through the last 2 corners and then turns 1, 2, and 3 before going to right. So you actually have about 5 left-handers before going to the right in a track where it's so difficult.
That's the hardest corner right
through
there.
Turn 2. I'd argue turn 4. You saw a lot of riders going down this morning at turn 4. Like
okay,
here,
I can see that.
But let's quickly go down to Michael Laverty, trackside.
It's quite cool out here, actually, a little bit of a cool breeze, and for that reason, we're seeing a few soft fronts out there. It looks like the Aprilia boys going for the soft front. Here on the approach to turn 14, this is where you can make a pass. It's actually quite clean on the inside, offline. A lot of the track is quite dirty this weekend, but this is the part of the racetrack where Pedro and Costa can make those all-important overtakes.
There is a mix of tyres out there, thanks Michael.
Yeah, they're lining up on the grid then. The yellow flag's been removed. The situation is getting ready. Are you going to bother standing up?
No. Why is it pushing?
Here we go then. Ready to get going for the final time this year for the Tissot Sprint. Run down towards the first corner is going to be tricky. Who's your money on, Megs?
Well,
eyes to the lights. We're back in Valencia. Final time this year. Pull the throttle back. We go sprinting in Valencia. Great start for Fabio Quartararo. Acosta was all over the place. He's got the inside line down to turn 1 if he can brake late. Bezzecchi's on the outside. Alex Marquez going in tight and 1 out wide. Bezzecchi gets the undercut. Tries to come back. But look at Acosta. He's outbraked him. 3, no 4. Making it to turn 3. Acosta takes second position. Look at Ralph Fernandez trying to go around the outside. Hasn't worked out. Alex Marquez leads. Now Acosta's in second. This is the tricky bit. The first time we go right on the circuit, everyone's got through cleanly. Quartararo in a battle with Fabio Di Gianantonio. Morbidelli's moved up a couple of places, but a stonking start from Acosta, up 3 places. Bagnaia hasn't made up as many as you think. He's down in 17th. He's lost a place.
okay, Zarco, for some reason this sounds very strange. Zarco's moved up into 11th, passing Marini, and I just saw something going on with Mia, and I think it was Alicia Spargo getting a bit too close. Further down the field, we have Bastianini and Bulliger battling it out. Bulliger's just been passed by Bastianini, and did you notice who went wide on the first sector? I think that was Marini.
Marini's dropped down several places. You said he's now dropped down to 13th as Alex Marquez controlling the front. We've been on about Pedro Acosta all season long. Is this going to be the time that he can finally win a MotoGP race? But he's right on the back of Alex Marquez out the last corner. And now down towards turn number 1, trying to pull that motorcycle into line and line up. Now, Alex Marquez is testing the 2026 Aero of the Ducati on that GP24 bike, which has been heavily modified. Biggest winners at the start. Jorge Martin up 6 places as Di Gianantonio dives on the inside of Fabio Quartararo. Yellow flags out, and I don't know why, because our rider track is not working. It's 3 down. Marini and Mia, they've gone down the order big time. One Mia's down, he's crashed, and he's down in the first corner, and it's both of the LCR Hondas are out of the Tissot Sprint. The teammates have come together at turn 2, the cardinal sin.
Honestly, I kind of saw that one coming. I'm going to guess that Marini lost his balance.
And hang on. Add in as well Suncat Chancha, who got involved in that. 3 of the 4.
I think he just went wide,
Yeah,
though,
that's
to avoid
3.
him.
That's 3 of the 4. Honda's improved in that as well, because look, now we've got down there, we've got Alicia Spargo down in 21st for the test bike as well. So, that's a terrible getaway.
It's now a good time to mention that Alex is really not that fast right now and is actually kind of losing a lot of time.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Oh, and it works on here.
Here we
There we go.
Rider tracker now starts activating down towards the first couple of corners, Megs.
Let's hope we actually get a replay of what happened between Marini and Mia as well, because we never seem to get those, and I would really like to know what happened. Both of the bikes are now out of the way of the track, and yellow's been brought in.
Look at Quartararo under attack as well, because round the outside, Bezecchi's trying. How did Bezecchi down to 6th position?
He also went wide,
Just
I'm guessing.
lift up the front like crazy. It's like a buckaroo.
Well,
Look at Jack Miller!
Oh!
And Miller takes
Contact!
Sayagura! And now Firmin Aldeguer as well! What on earth was that? Aldeguer's dropped down to 12th position. Out of nowhere, Jack Miller dives up the inside line, and it looked like for a second he was going to go down. I was about to say your wish just came true, but he's clipped Ayagura as well. He's clipped
Ralph Fernandez.
Ayagura got involved in that. So did Firmin Aldeguer. They've both moved down to 12th.
Oh, it's further
13th.
down.
Yeah.
Why are they all in the same place? Why are all the team in the same place?
Well, I think Morbidelli's now running in 7th position. Terrible couple of corners from the 2 of them there.
so
Binder's up. Sean's saying, by the way, Binder up 7 places.
Oh.
Another lightning start.
Aldeguer's just went. No, not Aldeguer. Aldeguer's just went
Aldeguer,
wide.
yeah, he's losing out time. This is
Well, his
really where
aero's
you
gone.
need the aero devices working well this circuit. It's such a short, tight and twisty circuit. I tell you what,
Rear wings, kind of.
we said overtaking was difficult this track. Binder's up 7 places. Here's Miller's replay, Max.
Oh, so we get this replay. Okay, so what happens? Just
Oh, hang on.
Oh, this is from Mia.
Well, hang on a minute. That was
Who's
Chancha.
that? Who's that one?
Well, that's
tell.
Marini. That's Marini.
I knew it.
So Marina's on the inside line. No, Mia drops the front, takes out. Mia drops the front, takes out Marini, and Chancha just ran out wide anyway. As Bezecchi gets on the inside 5th position ahead of Quartararo down at turn 1.
Chantra avoided that base of pure luck.
That Yamaha's looking very unstable. As now look at Bezecchi. He's almost touching the front tire to the rear of Quartararo. Haster and Senna coming out at turn 3.
Bagnaia track limits warning.
He's also got a double long light penalty to serve in the race tomorrow for what happened last time out in Portugal. So, yeah, terrible start for Bagnaia coming through. Bad qualifying, bad race, as the boy said earlier on today. You were saying, like, it's not going to come back from that one at all.
Yeah, you just can't. And also, it's getting very cloudy out there, and it's only like 4.
Yeah, 4:13. It's a long sprint race here. We're expecting it to go around about 20-25 minutes compared to the usual
We look at
18
that.
to 20 minute. Well, yeah, it's sunshine at one side, then dark clouds at the other. Valencia can't make its mind up. And look at Jorge Martin, who's been cleared
Martin's
to
dropped
race.
down.
Martin was cleared to race this weekend. Everybody thought it was a bit
Crashed.
bizarre. No, he's pulled off. We're
Why
all
is he
bombing him
pulled
now.
off?
Martin, has he gone wide somewhere? He's taken the long lap penalty loop and the old pit lane exit. But Jorge Martin must have had some sort of an issue there. He just went straight on. He's got no brakes. Absolutely no brakes. He's taken the Formula
Do
E
you know
layout.
what? That would have been a crash if that layout wasn't there.
Yeah, he's on the Formula E layout. So Martin then, who was declared fit for this week. I've used the asterisk fit for this weekend.
His bike ain't fit.
No, he's not. That's why we've got the full runners and riders in this one at the moment. Look at Bezecchi on the inside line of Quartararo again for 5th
aggressive.
place. Yep, and Quartararo tries to swing around the outside into 1. Gets the front end just a little bit turned up.
To drop 3 positions.
Miller dropped 3 positions. So that was the contact as he dived up the inside line.
Because he gained him.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a...
Quite hefty.
It's a big penalty.
I would have thought 2 positions at most, but because that's the only ones he actually had contact with. But 3.
It's a big penalty.
That would put him down into 12th.
Yeah. Oh, hello. This is going to be looking good now from the back of Fabio Di Giannantonio. He's attacking Ralph Fernandez for 3rd position. That's the VR46s against the Trackhouse, who have been looking so strong this weekend here in Valencia, as trailing on the inside brake. Raul looking good. Trackhouse coming of own in MotoGP and, of course, over in NASCAR, causing contact to Moto 3 places. That's the official from Miller.
Honestly, Raul has been quite on it today with his riding styles. And so is Morbidelli, so I'm surprised that Morbidelli is only in 7th right now. But I suppose he did have slight issues at the start of the race.
Morbidelli, who we've been questioning his riding etiquette in the last couple of Grand Prix, is now attacking the back of Quartararo, and he takes a wide line in to turn 15, the last corner, pulls the throttle back on the start-finish straight. Would he go to the inside line? Chandra and Quartararo were looking with it.
Do you know, Quartararo's not wearing his pearl necklace or his chain?
I thought not. Yeah.
So I wonder whether someone's told him you can't wear the pearl one.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is dangerous, or it might have broken, or you've got to put it on this one.
It's well, you can't really wear it here at Valencia. It's a serious. If you drop here, it's a big one. Look at this, though. This is D'Antonio battling for that bronze medal, the third and final place. He's all over the back of Raul Fernandez as they come out of 5, up towards turn 6 and 7. The double right-hander trailing on the brake. Lean in, elbow down as well for Digi. He's getting really into it. Alex Marquez, though, pulling away now to Acosta. 1.445 the gap.
So it takes a little bit of time to gain momentum with this new addition on the bike. And here's a replay.
Now, this is of the top 2 leaders. This is at turn 8.
What did they do?
I'm looking at Acosta. Oh! Big twitch from Acosta under braking. Run it in too deep, and that's why the gap's now at 1.4.
Could have been close. So it's nothing to do with the momentum of the thing. So
No.
it can actually gain time.
Yeah, and we've had there's a bit of sunshine now out there at turn 8. There's Juan Mir.
Oh, okay. Are we sure it was him that went wide? Yeah, the yellow.
Yeah, Juan Mir came in deep. No, Chantra went wide.
I know, but I'm talking who lost it.
Oh,
on the
Juan Mir.
entrance.
Mir dropped the front, collected Marini, and then Chantra just goes sailing around the
I
outside.
thought it would have been one of them collecting the
Yeah.
other. I couldn't see both of them crashing at the same time if it wasn't.
Zarco's the highest Honda at the moment. He's
That's pretty
running
good
up
ranking.
in 11th position, exactly where he started. Ayagura's up 2 places. Binder's up 7, as we've said. Acosta's up 3. Bezzecchi's now fought his way back into 5th position. He's only lost 4. But Bastianini, credit where credit's due, he's up 6. So, of course, I think we should throw credit. Nicolo Bulaga getting his second weekend in MotoGP up 6 places.
Honestly, good for him, especially since Ducati's factory team didn't even make it into Q2. It's like, that's impressive.
And of course, he's not got a permanent ride in MotoGP next year. He's back to World Superbikes. He's only debutising for Marc Marquez this weekend, compared to the man he was fighting with in the World Superbike title, Top Rat Razgatlioglu, who is here in Valencia, getting ready for the test on Tuesday, which we'll cover live on JB Motorsports 2.
Yeah, but now you've got to think, because he's been so good, like taking over for Mark, the next time they either need to swap out a rider or replace someone, they're going to go to him. Martin has a track limits warning.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that comes up actually as an ulterior angle. So much faster. Lap 7 and 13. We're halfway in the Tissot sprint. Alex Marquez leads. Pedro Acosta second. Raul Fernandez in third. Closely followed by Fabio D'Antonio in fourth. Marco Bezzecchi is fifth. Fabio Quartararo sixth. Franco Morbidelli 7th, Binder 8th, Miller 9th, Ogura rounds out the top 10, Zarco is at 11th from Aldeguer, Bagnaia, Bastianini, Rins, Bulaga, Oliveira, Vinales, Aleix Espargaro, Augusto Fernandez, Chantra, Martin ahead of Marini and Mir, who are the 2 retirements in this race. 24 riders in the Grand Prix weekend. We're watching Fabio Quartararo running in 6th position, under attack from Franco Morbidelli. Had a look down to turn 1, couldn't make it stick.
Is that rain or mud on the camera?
I think it's mud. I
hope it's mud because I don't really want it to rain here. It doesn't feel like it's a Grand Prix or a sprint that would do well for the rain.
No, we had rain back here in 2017 and it's chucked it down so much that the riders had to put their hands up and say, no, we need a red flag here.
I am worried about tomorrow though, given the fact that the UK just had like 31 hours of rain. And I'm worried about where the wind's blowing.
Simon Patterson has said that there is rain predicted for tomorrow in Valencia. Very heavy amount now. So we could be in for at least a wet race for the end of the season. So tune in to us for that. It's going to be quite an exciting one. And yeah, Sean says, well, we'll remember how wet it was during the race here back in Valencia. Absolute chaos everywhere. It really, really was. Was that 2018, not 17? Yeah, you're right. 17 was the Dovizioso Mark valve. It was 2018.
Yet again, we don't have Miller crashing at all.
Give it time. Here's the replay. This is that
Speaking
move you're
of.
on about of Miller, Megan. Yeah, and Aldeguer's furious, and Ayagura got caught up in that as well.
So, Ayagura just there,
Morbidelli on the inside line of Quadraro down to turn 1. He's trail braked in. Quadraro's going to get the undercutting towards turn 2. He's got the momentum. Late on the brakes. Fabi should be able to send him, but he's backed out a bit. Franco looks a bit unsteady actually as well.
Okay, I thought of a way that I can describe it happening. Okay, so Jack Miller goes for a move around the inside of Aldeguer, and it then ends up clipping the rear wing. And then that forces Igora to move slightly to the left, almost going into what I think was Bagnaia.
Miller's been given a long lap penalty as well.
So
not just dropped through positions.
That caused him to go down a little bit further, and then Aldeguer obviously was having his issues.
Interesting is that
it was Zarco he almost went into.
Yeah, interesting enough that they've given him another long lap penalty on this. That's a surprise.
It's probably because he actually did damage, and that is kind of affecting Aldeguer's performance since it's ruining the aero from the rear.
Failed to drop positions.
Yeah, he didn't.
Miller did not drop 3 positions and has been given a long lap penalty as a result. So Jack Miller has decided to take matters into his own hands.
He decided he wants to drop 7 places rather than 3.
Yeah. So that's Miller. He's currently 9th and he's now outside the points when he goes out because it's the top 9 that score in Tissot Sprint compared to the top 15 in a normal race.
Honestly, he may not have crashed, but he certainly brought the drama.
Look at Martin. He's dropped further back.
He's going to crash now just to get out of that.
Yeah, well, how much has that long lap penalty been used? Not much this weekend. No.
A couple, I would say.
I've practiced it, maybe.
I know that certainly was practiced by Bulliger.
Well, Alex Marquez looks to make it 17 out of 22 for the Marquez brothers winning a sprint race. It seems right that with Mark being out of the last couple, he's taken up the mantle, won the sprint in Portimao, looks to win it here in Valencia, and he's really throwing that bike around. Is it time we say that Alex Marquez deserves to be on a factory GP26 bike?
I think he does deserve it, but I think
he's going to be on
at home.
He's going to be on for 27 or something.
Yeah. But I think right now he's just at home being where he is.
At Grassini.
Yeah.
I agree.
I never know how to say that.
Grassini.
Yeah.
You got taught it last year, didn't you?
Grassini. Yeah, you got taught it. I didn't.
Well, Alex is leading with 3 to go in the Tissot Sprint.
I just usually end up calling it the satellite ticket.
Right, all the exciting stuff's happened, and that is the satellite team now. But now, as I said, it's all just like backed up a bit. Nobody knows what's happening next.
Well, we know who's not winning.
Field's quite spread out, actually. If you look at the rider tracker, they're all now sort of got their own gaps to each other. You can clearly really read
Final
everybody's
3
name.
we can definitely read.
Yeah, Fernandez, Chatra, and then off goes Jorge Martin over the line.
Martin's just there to see whether he's fit enough to do it, and whether his bike's up to it.
There is Marc Marquez, our world champion of this year, watching on with his girlfriend.
You see,
was that Alex's girlfriend?
I don't know.
Can't tell. Not to be offensive, but you can't tell the MotoGP wives and girlfriends, the wags, apart.
Also, we don't really try that hard.
No, we can tell them apart in Formula 1. Because Formula 1 cuts them every 5 minutes.
Yeah, but we don't really see a lot of them. I can tell you who Aldeguer's girlfriend is.
I can tell you who's...
Oh, and Magnaia's wife.
Who's George's girlfriend?
I don't actually know.
No, but I know Lily's hairdresser. Miller's gone round. So Miller's now taken on that penalty and he's dropped down to 12th place. So he has actually dropped those 3 places now. In fact, hang on. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he's dropped 3 places. So Miller now does take it with all that penalty.
So he was given a second reprimand to do exactly what he was told to do in the first place.
Yes. That's just standard MotoGP, though, isn't it?
Making life hard for themselves.
Look
Next thing you know, he'll be kicking someone.
Digi, no, I don't know who deserves 3rd place here, because Ralph Fernandez is holding that inside line beautifully, but Digi's really been on the attack all day.
I think Digi, because Raul's had a win recently, so...
Yeah.
Digi
Now,
needs something.
Here we go. Digi's going to launch it up the inside line at turn 4. That's brave. That's bold. And he's got him. Raul's going to try the undercut, the exit. They bang elbows. And through goes Raul. Oh, takes third place back. That was beautiful from the pair of them.
How did they not crash?
But Digi's going on the inside line again. Round U is coming. He lifts
Cut
off. And yeah, he tried to cut back.
Failed.
Digi cut it. Yeah, Digi takes third with a beautiful cross of swords through the last sector.
Just as we were saying, who deserved it, and then Digi goes and does that.
And I think they both deserve it. I wish they could be in second and third because they've had such a wonderful event. They've been hounding each other. And it's not often we say Raul and Digi do fair cross of swords on the track. That was beautiful.
One can be third today, one can be third tomorrow. They can take it in turns.
It was almost like watching a ballet between them as well. They practiced those moves perfect. Digi knew what he did wrong the first time. So the next time he went to the right, he knew what not to do, and he cut that corner off beautifully.
Luckily I have another chance this next corner, so I shall not do that.
Yeah. Well, like them or not, the sprints have been around for a couple of years now, and once again, this is the last lap of the season for the Tissot sprints. And Alex Marquez is going to make the 2025 season of sprints memorable for being a Marquez.
Do you know, sprints only work in MotoGP.
I would agree with that.
Series.
Yeah, they haven't worked anywhere else. We'll see what they're like next year with the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship when they'll have qualifying races next year.
I mean, they could work, but I don't think they will.
I'm quite excited to see qualifying races for touring cars because I made this argument. You have touring car action, add a fourth race in a weekend. That's brilliant because all three races.
The mechanics are going to be very, very tired.
Mechanics wouldn't like it. But yeah, I love it.
I'm thinking about the gardeners, the mechanics, the marshals, the stewards.
Nina's sat in the commentary box thinking, yeah, the marshals. Are you marshalling Saturday next year or just watching it? You don't know yet. Watching it. Okay. Oh, wait, she's talking like we can hear her. We're wearing deaf headphones. I can't hear a word.
I can.
You can, I can't. Oh, right,
yeah,
lip reading.
You
yes,
can.
I know, but I wasn't looking at. I was looking at the timing screen. I'm looking at it. Into the final sector then. Alex Marquez is 1.2 seconds ahead.
What? It's already the end.
Yeah, gone by a bit quicker than it. This is the last corner. Over the line. The 2025 season has been dominated in the sprint by the Marquez brothers. Alex points the sky and wins in Valencia. Second for Pedro Costa. Third for Fabio Di Gianantonio. Ralph Fernandez in fourth. It's fifth for Marco Bezzecchi. Yeah, do you see that how Alex is? And
I think
Alex look.
I think it was Marks we saw before.
Yeah.
They do look very similar though.
The triple jump Olympic champion waves the checker flag.
It's the hair. They have the same hairstyle.
Well,
I think Mark's girlfriend's hair is a little bit darker.
What did you make of the sprints this year then, Mags? 12 points going for Alex Marquez, but he's not going to be world champion because he's 80, well, it's like now a 60-odd point gap.
88.
Yeah. Got down now
Yeah.
to 66.
I
Or
think
76. 76.
one.
It could be less than 50. That's the thing.
I think that the sprints this year have been quite good.
A
But
couple of dramatic ones.
yeah, especially the one where Bezzecchi and Aldegar were fighting. I think that might have been my favourite sprint
Yeah.
because it was like heart in my mouth.
Just a reminder, folks, we've got the Macau Grand Prix coverage this weekend. Omi and Wes on the call, and every other race we've got as well. You'll be able to keep an eye across the live timing. Their Sunday races begin tonight at 11:30 UK time, and the boys will be on throughout the night. And then you can join us for more MotoGP action tomorrow. We'll stay with the podium ceremony because it is the sprint here for the boys, and Susie Perry controlling them as well in the paddock. Megs, we'll let you go.
I'm going to go bake.
Yes, what did you make then of that one going into tomorrow? Alex looks like he's got this one wrapped up, but can Acosta win a race tomorrow? When he's got a bit of tyre and grip, can he go for it?
I think Acosta needs to win the race tomorrow. I kind of hope that everyone who would win instead of him crashes out. No offence to everyone else, but he needs a win. He deserves one.
He needs a win. He needs the option.
2 years.
Thanks, Megs. We'll let you disappear. I'll run through the results then. Coming through this one for handing back to TNT.
I almost forget to take my headset off.
Yeah, don't forget to take your headset off. We need that. So it's Alex Marquez victorious with Pedro Costa in second. Third for third for Fabio Di Gianantonio. Ralph Fernandez is fourth. Fifth for Marco Bezzecchi. Sixth for Franco Morbidelli. Seventh for Fabio Quartararo, 8th Brad Binder, 9th, and the final point going to Ayagura. Johan Zarco is in 10th, with Fermin Aldeguer in 11th, and then Jack Miller's 12th with that the long lap penalty, dropped in 3 places that he was required to anyway. And Aya Bastianini up 7 places in 13th. Pecco Bagnaia managed to get up to 14th from Alex Rins, and Nicolo Bulliger, Miguel Oliveira, Maverick Vinales, Aleix Espargaro, Augusto Fernandez, Somkat Chantra, and Jorge Martin, the 22 finishers. 2 out, Luca Marini and Juan Mir. Let's send it back downstairs then and join Gav and the team.
Welcome back to Valencia, racing here for the first time in 2 years, and Alex Marquez has taken a dominant victory in the sprint. But Neil Hodgson, that was all about the start, was it, from Alex? Decisive on that opening lap.
It crashed then into pit wall. No, it was, and we knew it. We knew it was going to be an interesting first corner.
Yeah, as he makes his way down to meet his team for a few celebrations. Not too much of a battle here today, but a reminder that one of the biggest and oldest rivalries in sport is about to take place starting this weekend on TNT Sports.
Yeah, that's all the cricket action that's coming up over on TNT Sports. You can also catch that on the Ultimate Sports Network as well, with Tom Dillon on the call on the action across our networks as well. We're gearing up, though, for a stunning season. Well, that's the Ashes, of course, that's coming up. Let's head back down to Susie.
There's my late nights for the next few weeks, of course. We cannot wait. England, of course, taking on bitter rivals Australia as they look to win a series down under for the first time in 15 years and regain the famous Ashes urn. We have every single ball exclusively live for you this winter, with the first test getting underway in Perth this Thursday night from 1:30 AM on TNT Sports 1 and on Discovery Plus. Coffee go about to be drunk in my household over the next few weeks. Marco Bezzecchi might need one to perk him up after a difficult day today, but that has secured third in the World Championship with Bagnaia not scoring a point.
Yeah, he looks very disappointed. He looks that disappointed, like something was wrong. Obviously, this is where it started to go wrong. Off the start, I thought he played a blinder, because I thought he'd let Alex Marquez come through and he was going to square him off, which he gets himself to that position, and then something happens here. It's weird, wasn't it? Like,
I think it was perhaps the fact that Alex then cut just in front of him and he almost forced him to roll off.
Yeah, roll off, and then he gets mugged here by Ralph Fernandez. And then, does Fabio go through as well?
Yeah,
he does. And then, oh wow, and then Digi through there. I mean, it was an awful first lap.
Just out of rhythm, though, isn't it?
Just out of rhythm, just slightly offline, out of rhythm, and as we'd said, everyone was fired up for the start. That you know you've got to be decisive with your passes. Pedro hasn't finished his cool down. Like, he has literally waved at every fan here. He is building a fan base that I think is going to break records in the future. Very, very popular young man all over the world, but obviously especially here at home in Spain.
A very different character to the likes of the gregarious Marc Marquez, all smiles.
Valentino
it's a different story, isn't it? It's, I don't know, a bit more
working class grafter who appreciates everything. Straight
on a mission,
and a straight talker.
Still got a smile and a laugh in him, without a doubt. Yeah, he's a bit old school. That's the way he's aiming himself, isn't it? Well, that's just what he is. He's just an old school character. That's what we've found.
Loves us cliche, doesn't he?
Yeah. First of all, Mum Rosetta got the hug. Now it's for Nadia. Now for his girlfriend, Gabriella, down there. Happy times in the Marquez camp.
I'm just thinking about it whilst we're on the break. So we're going to start next year with Alex and Marc Marquez on the same bikes, on the exact same bikes. And it's going to make the start of the season really important, because this year it does feel like Alex has been grateful to be in the position. Goal achieved, like, incredible, we've done it. Next year, the only way he can beat his brother is by serving it to him, by letting the brake off, by pulling the moves we know Alex Marquez has in his armour, but we've not seen him do it on his brother.
Did you hear that? I read an article this week an interview that they've done. They talked about the fact at the start of the year they made a pact, the brothers, that when they're racing, they race as hard as they would anybody else, and they know that, but they still remain brothers. But both of them said they still have this fear of ruining the race for their brother.
Taking their brother out. I get that.
Their brother.
Yeah.
It's kind of this fear, but they were going to do everything they can to treat each other like any other
anyone
racer.
else. That's interesting. I didn't say that.
But Alex saying, I had this fear. There's Grandma giving her boy a hug. She's a character.
She's a character.
And always has a good stash of sweets. Jorge Martin obviously did the right thing. He knows he can't risk a cross. He looks lean, doesn't he? No, Jorge, lean in the face, I thought.
This looks going to be his moment. So you brake on angle, and he touches the curb. It can happen. It's just touched that curb on braking, and then a little bit less grip there. Well,
it comes quickly here, doesn't it? Turn 8 there. So Martin finished at the back of the field, but has made it through safely. And he was up in the side of the top 10 at the start, so encouraging. Right, let's hear from Digi. He's got the Oakley Meta glasses on, hasn't he, there? So he'll be recording all this himself. Let's hear what he has to say to Jack.
To finish off the season, a brilliant ride there and a brilliant battle with Raul. Just how difficult was it to get past him?
Beautiful race. I enjoyed it so much. The fight with Raul was really racing, pure racing. Everybody super clean, but super tight. It was beautiful. Raul was putting a great pace. Me, honestly, I think I had something more, but it was difficult to overtake. So yeah, super happy, super battle, sprint podium. Let's keep going and let's try again tomorrow.
Great ride, well done.
Thank you. Ciao.
It was a good to and fro, wasn't it? And that penultimate lap between himself and Raul Fernandez. He's a eclectic kind of character, is Fabio, but he always does everything with a smile, always looks positive, always makes a joke with the press, tries to come up with something. And he just feels like he's out there enjoying himself.
He appreciates it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's never changed, though, Gav. We've both known him since he came into this paddock. And he was a nice, polite young man. And I never actually thought he'd work his way to MotoGP. And obviously, MotoGP winner. And he hadn't changed one bit.
You've always loved him because he's a big superbike fan.
He's a superbike fan. Well, his hero's Troy Bayliss. Yeah. So I love him for that.
This man had heroes that likes Kevin Schwantz. He is old school. Let's hear what Pedro has to say. Now up to 4th ahead of Bagnaia in the championship.
As he just takes a high five off his team. Pedro, a brilliant performance to get back onto the podium here. You were pushing so hard to stay with Alex. What do you think was the difference today?
Well, I mean, we know that my only opportunity was to be super aggressive in the first lap, you know, and was quite not so bad. It's true that then we was struggling a lot to don't lose the front, and I go wide in 10-8, and then was a snowball, you know, going worse. But anyway, we are, you know, this is like a football match, you know, when you are trying to make the penalty, and anytime sometime will arrive for this. I'm happy, thanks for KTM. They was trying to give me the best that they can. We are working quite okay. Also put to my personal team that is also around here for this. We will try again tomorrow.
Good job, well done.
Thank you.
He's definitely a bike man. Hasn't got a clue about football, has he?
It's like when you're trying to make a penalty. But like I said, he says lots of these sort of riddles, doesn't he?
Hey, we got the snowball in. That's quite good. He's clearly learning a bit off Paul Trevathan, his crew chief. Paul's a good man. So, as Pedro celebrates his 7th sprint podium of the year. What about this? 15th for Alex Marquez in his 3rd sprint win.
Once again, I imagine you wish we could race in Spain every week. That's victory in Jerez, victory in Barcelona, and now a sprint victory here in Valencia.
Yeah, I mean, super happy to win today. I mean, during all the weekend we suffered a little bit, much more than normal, but today on the sprint I said, okay, today we need to win, we need to be there. And I tried my best from the start. I attacked from the start, and I saw that the key was to put our rhythm, save a little bit of tire in the beginning, and then push in the end. So it's what we did it. I controlled the gap in a really good way, and yeah, super happy. But I think for tomorrow we need to make even one more step on the setup to be even stronger. But yeah, really happy and yeah, muy feliz de ganar aquí en Valencia.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Huge congratulations then to Alex Marquez, your winner of the sprint here in Valencia. Great to see racing back. We'll have the podium when we come back from the break. Stay with us.
Well, they say they'll have the podium, but they never do. So we're going to sign off there here in Valencia. We will be back tomorrow with the warm-up action on JB Motorsports 2. And then the Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP Grand Prix are all live on the main channel here on JB Motorsports. Thanks for your company here today. It's Alex Marquez winning the Tissot sprint. We'll see you tomorrow for more action. Take care. Bye-bye.